Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So I should be filming a nail video today. It's Wednesday, but I had sort of a perfect situation to use Peace today, and so I thought I'll film this video early so that I can talk to you guys about the day and how I used it and why it was the perfect thing to have today. So today's Wednesday, so I'm gonna film a nail video after this, but I had some blood work and some various other tests that I had to have today at the hospital. And so I get extremely nervous for blood work. I have like invisible veins. And usually when I go, like 90% of the time when I go, they dig around in my arms, they bruise me, they end up having to take it out of the back of my hands because they can't get a vein. I've been to a blood clinic before where like everybody that was working had to try and take my blood, and then they still ended up taking it out of my hand. Anyways, long story short, what the result of this being the case 90% of the time for my entire life is that now when I have blood work or any sort of tests really at the hospital, I get like major anxiety. So I spent about 2 hours this morning like talking myself out of a panic attack and using my Peace and trying to bring myself down. And I mean, the appointment went fine. I was in and out like 15 minutes, and that's, you know, sometimes that's the case. I get myself all worked up and then it ends up being like no big deal at all. But I usually have somebody with me, and my husband was kind of busy today. And anyway, so I was a big girl. I put my big girl panties on. I went by myself and it was fine. But I did use Peace, and I found this to be very helpful, particularly in controlling like my heart rate and my sort of general nervousness. I felt I was more able to contain it. I was still feeling it, but not to the degree where like usually sort of worst case scenario is I get myself into like a major anxiety mode where I'm like sitting in the waiting room crying for no reason. I'm like the crazy person that's crying over here. So this time I just sat there. I had my Peace on my lava beads. I had it on my pulse points. I had it on the back of my neck. I had it sort of on various spots, and I kind of just was like smelling my bracelet and my wrists, and I was really able to contain it. I actually like chit-chatted with the person next to me for a little bit. So this really helped me out today. So I've blathered on about that, but it was sort of the perfect example. So I thought I'll film this today so I can kind of talk to you guys about that. So Peace is the blend. So the generic name, sorry, I'm still a little like worked up. The generic name for Peace is the Reassuring Blend. So today was that perfect situation where I needed that like reassuring you know, feeling. So the Reassuring Blend is supposed to make you feel brave, composed, and the top uses are insecurity and worry, nervousness and irritability, restlessness and confusion. It's good for ADD, ADHD, and focus issues. It's good for stress, mental strain, and hyperactivity, addictions and anorexia, childbirth and recovery, allergies and overreaction, colic and calming, so this would be good for babies as well, infertility and frigidity, and it's great for meditation. So the little blurb at the bottom says, no matter what's happening in life, this blend helps release fear, worry, and brings a sense of safety and security to heal. So the main ingredients in this one are vetiver, lavender, ylang ylang, frankincense, clary sage, marjoram, and spearmint. So I smell quite strongly the lavender and the ylang ylang when I smell this one. So it's got a really nice sort of floral smell to it. It's really, really lovely, and it's not terribly strong. Essential oils are fine to use in scent-free environments, if you did not know that. However, I'm always a little like, you know, they might not know I'm wearing essential oils. People might just smell a smell and be like, but I felt very confident going into the hospital with this on. I mean, I had my jacket on, and I had it sort of on areas of me that was covered with my jacket. I don't really think anybody else could probably smell it. I could smell it, and that's really all that matters. So again, all of the top uses will sort of encourage you to either smell it, diffuse it, apply it under your nose, different things like that. And then there are different areas. For example, if you were using it for focus issues, you could apply it to the forehead. Because I was using it for nervousness, you could apply it to the bottoms of the feet and the back of the neck. The bottoms of the feet tend to be a very effective place to apply your essential oils. So for some reason, I often forget to do that. I mean, it's winter, we have socks on, it's a whole thing, but particularly when I use anything for anxiety, I find the bottoms of the feet to be very effective. So that's the story on peace. It was very helpful for me today, so I was very happy to have that. I hope this helped you guys, and you know, if you're interested in trying essential oils, particularly if you have anxiety issues, I strongly recommend it. They have helped me leaps and bounds. A year or 2 years ago, before I got into doTERRA, I would not have been able to go for blood work without having my husband with me or a friend or somebody to kind of keep me grounded. And I feel like I've come to a point where, you know, I can be a big girl and I can go do those things by myself, which I know doesn't sound like a big deal, but for me it really is. So that's the story on peace. I will have more essential oils videos coming on Friday next week, and I will see you guys next time. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.